Ambassador Elena Rodriguez stood in the pristine white corridors of the Nexus station, her simple black diplomatic case in hand, watching as her small human delegation prepared to board their shuttle. Behind them, through the crystalline walls of the Galactic Council's most prestigious facility, she could see the emergency session lights flashing in urgent red patterns across the main assembly chamber. 3 hours. That's all it had taken for the galaxy's most powerful governing body to descend into complete chaos after humanity's quiet announcement, "We're leaving." Council Chairman Vex Tayol of the Altarian Collective burst through the corridor's bioluminescent doors, his 6 arms gesticulating wildly, followed by an entourage of the galaxy's most influential species representatives. The crystalline being's usual composed demeanor had shattered entirely, his internal light flickering in patterns that Elena's translation software identified as extreme distress. "Ambassador Rodriguez, surely there has been a misunderstanding." Vex Tayol's voice resonated through the universal translator with barely concealed panic. The Council's decision regarding the Kepler mining rights was merely a preliminary assessment. "We can certainly revisit." "No misunderstanding, Chairman," Elena replied calmly, checking her chronometer. "Humanity is formally withdrawing from the Galactic Council, effective immediately. Our ships are already beginning the recall from all joint ventures, collaborative projects, and shared facilities." The Zephyrian Trade Minister, Kethler, stepped forward, her biosuit rippling with nervous energy. "But Ambassador, the economic integration protocols alone involve 17 different sectors. The disruption would be catastrophic," finished Elena matter-of-factly. "Yes, we calculated that. 73% of the galaxy's technological infrastructure relies on human-maintained systems. 86% of deep space logistics runs through human-operated trade routes. 94% of the galaxy's food production utilizes human agricultural innovations." Dr. Nykes Hora from the Centaurian Science Directorate practically vibrated with anxiety, his tentacles curling and uncurling rapidly. "The quantum communications network. Humans designed and maintain 68% of the relay stations. Without your technicians, the network will fail within 6 standard cycles," Elena confirmed. "We're already beginning the shutdown sequence on human-operated nodes." What had started as a routine council session that morning had quickly devolved into the worst crisis in galactic history. The issue that triggered humanity's walkout had seemed trivial at the time, a dispute over mining rights in the Kepler system. The Council had voted 847-1 to overrule human territorial claims, dismissing Earth's representative with the usual condescending platitudes about young species needing to learn their place in galactic civilization. Nobody had expected humanity to simply pack up and leave. Commander Torres appeared at Elena's shoulder, his tablet displaying real-time updates from across human space. "Ma'am, the withdrawal is proceeding on schedule. The Mars Medical Research Facility has suspended all collaborative projects. The Europa Agricultural Station is recalling all seed vault access. The Titan Engineering Consortium has terminated their contracts with 43 different species." Elena nodded, then turned back to the increasingly desperate alien delegation. Chairman Vex Tayol's internal light had dimmed to barely perceptible levels. "Ambassador, perhaps we were hasty in our deliberations regarding Kepler. The Council would be willing to reconsider." "It was never about Kepler," Elena interrupted, her voice carrying a weight that made several of the alien representatives step back. Elena smiled for the first time that day. "Will they? Our preliminary analysis suggests otherwise. You see, Counselor, while we've been busy maintaining galactic civilization, we've also been preparing for this possibility. Human colonies are remarkably self-sufficient when they need to be. Our agricultural systems don't require alien inputs. Our manufacturing doesn't depend on galactic supply chains. Our technology. She paused meaningfully. Well, let's just say we've been somewhat conservative about what we've shared with the Council. The implications hit the alien delegates like a quantum shockwave. Dr. Nix Hora's tentacles went rigid with realization. The technological assessments. You've been holding back. The innovations you've shared represent only a fraction of human capabilities. Finally, someone understands, Elena said, adjusting her diplomatic case. Every species in this galaxy has underestimated humanity because we chose to be collaborative rather than competitive. You mistook cooperation for weakness. Emergency alarms began sounding throughout the station as reports of cascading system failures reached the Council chambers. The Nexus station's own bio-neural networks, maintained by human technicians, were beginning to show signs of degradation as their operators quietly departed. Chairman Vextau's form flickered desperately. What? What do you want? Name your terms. The Kepler system is yours. Mining rights, territorial expansion, increased representation in the Council. We want nothing, Elena replied, boarding her shuttle. Humanity is going home. We're going to focus on our own development, our own colonies, our own future. The galaxy managed for millions of years before we arrived. I'm sure you'll figure it out. As the human delegation's shuttle departed Nexus Station, Elena watched through the viewport as emergency vessels began streaming toward the facility. Already, reports were coming in of critical infrastructure failures across dozens of star systems. The carefully maintained equilibrium of galactic civilization was collapsing like a house of cards. Her communication officer handed her a priority message from Earth Central Command. Phase 1 withdrawal complete. All human personnel and assets successfully recalled. Galactic communication networks experiencing 67% degradation. Trade route efficiency down 84%. Begin Phase 2. Elena considered the message for a moment, then composed her reply. Negative on Phase 2. Let them come to us. 6 months later, humanity would receive the most comprehensive surrender terms in galactic history, along with an unprecedented offer of full autonomy and a permanent seat on the Council's executive board. But for now, Elena was content to watch the most powerful civilization in the galaxy learn a hard lesson about taking their maintenance crew for granted. Sometimes the best way to win was simply to stop playing by someone else's rules.